Hi. Yeah, on this one, we relocate the battery and we fill in some holes that we cut out in the trunk because of rust reasons, and also where the spare tire was, took that out. Actually, here. Yeah, let's go. Few things, that I gotta address in the trunk. So I cut out the spare tire holder. Gotta make a piece that fills in that, because eventually I want to put transmission cooler up underneath there. That'll give me plenty of room for that. And I gotta fill in this space here. I think I can do it with this chunk that was left over from the floorboard up there. Basically, I'm gonna make a template of the area that I want. Gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pound this section flat. You never thought me. And then I'm gonna burn it in. And then also make a template for this section, piece of sheet metal, burn it in, good to go. Got everything cut out that I want cut out. And that one piece of metal that I thought I was gonna be able to use, guess what? You know, once it's stamped, it gets a bow in it. You can't flatten that out as much as you think you can, and I don't know. Not going to use it. It's just too much work to even try to make it look decent. But I did have these scrap pieces lying around for the trans tunnel kit that I'm not going to use anymore. So I may as well use it for this. And basically, I made the rough shape, put it in place. Oops. And then I clecoed it in where I wanted it to be. And then I traced all around it from the underside, which gave me a really close proximity to take care of this problem. And how I'm gonna do that is, where is it? It's over here. This guy here. So it's a combination like hole punch and like a groove. So when it puts a groove in the metal like that. I was just playing with it right there, seeing how smooth I can get it. But that should hopefully help both stiffen it up, then also let it kind of like have a lip on top and sink down in. So it'll be like the same level as the floor. And then I'm leaving this lip here because it adds strength to this section. And then when this section goes here, that lip will buck up against it, and then that'll add strength too, because obviously I want to put my battery here and I need all the strength I can get. I also might do some stringers off from the frame once this is all done up into the battery tray area to help kind of support that a little bit more. We'll see how much support it actually needs, because this is really close to the frame and this should be plenty strong. But yeah, let me stamp this out and then I'll show you what that is like inside there when that's done. There we go. So see, I got that stamping in there all the way around the edges. Kind of helps just sink it down in, gives it a little bit of rigidity. But that's in, good to go, clecoed in. Eventually I will burn this in, but I need to make this section here of the same stuff, basically. So yeah, let me grab the other one. I'll make it up quick a second. Got that piece fitting really nice in there. Did the same thing again. Went ahead, got it fitting pretty good. Made my marks from underneath and then went ahead and stamped the edges all the way around. So now it fits kind of flush down in there, adds a little bit of strength. Got my battery hold down. It's basically one I got on Amazon. I forget. I know you can get one from ICT Billet, but I think this one was a little bit cheaper. It was like $54 or something like that. But it has clamps that tie it down for this specific Optima 3478 series battery. I'm going to like that a lot, but I do kind of want to reinforce it where it bolts into the bottom. So I'm just kind of mocking up where this goes. And I think I'm going to take some extra metal strips or something and just kind of, actually maybe like some angle that comes off there and then ties into the frame. Maybe I'll do that. But I first got to mark out where I want this piece to go. I'm going to drill my holes and then work off it from there. I'll update you when I come up with a solution. I have a plan. So I may have to get a little bit longer countersinks to make this work. But for now, I'm just going to make sure I can mock all this up. Piece of angle, pretty thick. 1/4 inch, maybe? 1/8 inch? I don't know. Anyway, plenty strong. What I'm going to do, slice a 90 out of it at a 45-degree angle each, which will allow me to bend this down, which will make an angle bracket. I'll weld it back together, and that'll be plenty strong because it has force on both. And then this will be on the bottom of the floor, and this bend will mate up to the frame. I'll put a bolt in the frame. That way it will hold it stable. It's a little bit safer for the battery and stuff to mount. And then on the other one, I'm just going to take a piece of flat stock here. I'm going to drill 2 holes out at a length or whatever, and it'll act as like kind of a spacer. So it'll sandwich, let me smack you. This sandwich the metal in between, and that'll add strength and rigidity to it because it's, I hope you get what I'm saying, but in my head, this all makes sense. So yeah, bracket mounted to the frame, space on the back, heavy metal, you get the idea. So yeah, I'm gonna knock this section out right now and then mock that up, and hopefully it'll work. It should work, it's gonna work. There we go. Quick and easy bracket. So like I said, this end will mount to the frame. This end will mount up to the top of the battery. In there like that, somewhat. But I need to drill holes in this to mount this up yet. I might just weld that to the frame. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know yet. Anyway, thinking out loud. But yeah, I'm going to clean all these up and weld these in because I know this is all good. And then from there, I'll figure out exactly what I want to do with this bracket and how to mount it in order to make sure that that battery is nice and secure. Check it out. Nice and solid. It's all there. I mean, this isn't, seriously, it's not going anywhere. I got the bracket in. Let me see if I can show you here a second. Oof, come down with me, won't you? This will be fun. There, so there's the bracket. Tied it in, bolted it into the frame. Then it bolts up underneath the body. I still want to do one more like long piece to tie the two in that don't have anything going on there. But I'll do that later. But I really like this. I was debating on whether or not to weld that in, but I got to separate the body from the frame and it might move around a little bit. So I don't really want to do that. I think that it's bolted in with a rib nut. That should be good enough. I always hate doing it this way because I want to like look at myself or look at and then you look at, but you want to, anyway, battery relocation, that's the word I was looking for, is done. And that trunk is pretty much all complete, sealed up. Obviously, I got to do some seam seal, some paint. I'm going to do truck bed liner back there. But for now, like, I'm happy to get like that all mocked up. That way I know that'll just slap together with no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, if you guys made it this far in the video, again, like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.